Heavy Podcast, hosted by Craig Gonzalez.
What's up, guys? Welcome to Get Heavy Podcast. Welcome to another episode. A bit of business before we get the episode started. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/GetHeavyPodcast. $1 a month gets you in the door, gets you early access to all these episodes 1 week early. Extra bonus content for people that pay more. Thanks for all the support on that. Check out Get Heavy merchandise. You can check it out on the localshop.com/GetHeavyPodcast. We got t-shirts, we got mugs, we got all kinds of cool shit up there. High quality shit gets turned around fast, sent straight to your door. We got sweat shorts, sweatpants coming up for the winter weather. Probably some sweatshirts as well. New logos, kind of cool stuff coming down the pipe. Stay tuned for that. And as always, like, subscribe, rate, review, comment on all the major podcast outlets. You listen to this, tell your fucking friends, man. I really am overwhelmed at the amount of people that stop me and talk to me about it or send me emails. I really, really appreciate it. I'm just trucking along, trying to do this thing best I know how, which is barely. It is really, really fun to do it. I'm glad I've got to talk to the people I'm getting to talk to. Got more killer guests on the way. Like and subscribe on YouTube, man. That subscribe button don't mean shit to you. It means the world to me. It makes a huge fucking difference. Check that stuff out on YouTube. And you can follow us on all social medias at Get Heavy Podcast. Having said all that, enjoy the episode. Fucking A. All right. What's up, dude?
How are you, man?
How the fuck are you, bro? I selfishly asked you here just so I get to hang out with you. That was it.
That's one way to get me over.
Yeah. I guess what's the other way?
Blackmail.
Blackmail? Is there some stuff that we can get out here?
Deep and dark.
Buried, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, let me see. Maybe pull up a little bit, scoot closer, just so you can get kind of. There you go. God damn it, yeah. Get your beautiful mug on.
Is it looking good?
You look really good, man. How are you?
I'm good. I'm very busy, honestly.
Yeah.
Super.
Congratulations, 20 years of the same fucking job. You did it, dude.
Thank you, man.
You're a full-blown adult now.
It's weird.
Would you consider it a career?
Maybe after another 6 or 7 years.
Yeah. So for those of you who don't know, Brook works at DW Drums. He's been there for obviously 20 years. Today I saw him post his little fucking. Did they give you a plaque and everything?
They will. They do it every time, but they save all that stuff for the year end.
Oh, year-end stuff. That's right. Yeah. Yeah, man. I mean, DW is such a sweet little place to work, dude.
Yeah.
If they only paid me like $50,000 more a year, I never would have left. You know what I mean? It's great.
Yeah, it's cool. It was a dream job at the time to get it. It was a lot harder to get a job there 20 years ago.
For sure. Well, it's such a small company
It
back
was
then,
so
right?
small, yeah. Now we're pretty huge, but back then it was just one building, and none of the employees left. They never quit.
Right.
So
Yeah.
it was hard to shoehorn yourself in.
Yeah.
I felt lucky to get the job 20 years ago, and I feel happy to still be there.
Yeah, man.
It's a lot of the same people as when I got hired.
It's
Honestly,
true,
you
yeah.
know that.
I mean, they've grown. You know, I worked there. It's got to have been at least. Well, it's got to be about 15 years ago now, because I left that job to do what I do now. You know what I mean? And man, I mean, even then, you know, they've hired a handful of people, but it's still for the size company it is, dude. It's so big, or it's so small, but such a massive fucking company.
The footprint is large.
Yeah, it's huge.
The
dude.
market share is large, but it's still a family-owned company.
I know. That's one of the coolest things about it, man. I mean, every Christmas party is cool. They treat you like a human.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I don't think I had one actual problem with anyone there. And I can find a problem with almost anybody, dude. You know that about me. Yeah. But that's cool, man. So congrats.
Yeah, thanks. Bud.
And so what, you just been slammed, huh?
It's been really kind of weird lately.
Why?
Like, just different problems. Like, business. John Good told me years ago that business is a problem. Business is solving a problem.
Right.
I always view it as business is solving several problems in
Totally.
a given day. You spin a lot of plates. And ever since the world turned upside down, we have a new set of problems now.
Yeah, I bet.
But I mean,
well, not only like manufacturing from overseas is fucked. Everything's fucked, right? I mean, So lead
That's a
times
big-
over there, I remember, were always like, I mean, it was when I was there, like 12 weeks for a DW kit. And I'm sure it's got to be fucking months and months and months at this point now, due to no fault of your guys' own, really.
It is. Well, we're lucky. It's kind of weird because uh, when a big thing like this happens, I consider that I've gone through two of them now because 20 years ago I started working there, and then 3 weeks later 9/11 hit.
Oh, yeah.
And so
Which caused a shitload of problems.
massive.
Yeah,
And I was
totally.
like, well, I'm done. I was so happy I had like a cool job, and I was just pumped to go to work every day, and it was all new. I was feeling it out.
Yeah,
and
for
then
sure.
The world stopped.
Totally, man.
No fault of anybody's, but it was like the first thing to go when that happens are high dollar items, luxury items, and things that aren't necessities, like musical instruments.
Right.
You can argue they're necessities, but they're not food.
No,
they're not rent.
not, it's not essential.
So people stop buying that stuff.
100%, dude. Yeah.
And so, luckily we made it through 9/11 and the world got back on track. And then this time it was the same deal, but for a year and a half.
Yeah.
And
which extrapolates that shit so much further out, I think. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, especially when you talk about shipping from overseas and containers. Or my drummer Rob, he works there as well. And we were talking about it. And he's like, dude, we went from getting like, X amount of containers per price to fucking half the containers for double, triple the price now for shipping.
Yeah.
He's like, it's fucking killing everybody, man.
Yeah. Well, like you said, it's a ripple, and every ring in that concentric outpouring has its own set of problems. So you've got freight, you've got the port, you've got the containers, all the logistics side of everything just got completely blown away.
Yeah.
So, but luckily, like I said, the orders have been crazy. We have more on open sales order right now than.
That's amazing. It's great. It's just.
But the world's,
people are using that stimmy money, dude. That's what
concerts are happening again.
Are they taking unemployment cards as payment yet? You guys just straight EBT on the fucking card.
It's definitely stimulus. I mean, think about it. The people who wanted to buy a snare drum a year and a half ago and stopped, they still want that snare drum.
Totally, man. Yeah.
And then they start getting $400 checks here and whatever. And
they're making more money on unemployment than they were at work. You know what I mean? Which fucking good. You know what I mean?
Good for us.
Yeah, good for you guys, but also good for everyone else. Like I think this has shown like a huge glaring hole in the fact that we need like a minimum wage that helps people somewhat. If the government is handing us what they think you should need to survive, and it's hundreds of dollars less than what you're making, huge fucking problem in this place, right?
Totally.
It's like, so I'm all for it. I'm like, keep it going, dude.
It's another new problem. People weren't getting out. They weren't looking for jobs again because why?
Why would you? Why fucking would you? Man?
Totally understandable.
I don't want to do it. You know what I mean? I'm not going to go back for fucking. At this point, like we've all been away from work so long, and you were lucky enough to not get furloughed, and I was too. And my heart goes out to everyone that was, but it's really like opened up a fucking big like thing, and everyone was like, why am I doing this for $10 an hour?
A lot of introspection happened.
Totally, man. And I think it's like right now it seems really bad for the country, right? But I think in the retrospect, dude, it's like it could be the best thing that happened. Obviously people dying and all that shit sucks, but it really could be like, because I think a lot of us started asking ourselves hard questions during this time, right? On top of the George Floyd, protests and all the fucking, critical race theory shit that's going around. It's like we all asked ourselves some deep, weird questions if you're a normal fucking human, But I think people are really realizing like, I don't want to fucking go back to work for this amount of money.
Well, as far as business model and commerce in general, everything got rethought. I mean,
totally.
There's like, I don't know, I'm going to say 20% of the employees at DW are still working remotely.
Yeah.
And it's not even so much that it's because of COVID. It's more of, oh, we figured this out and you can work remotely and get the same amount of work.
Probably more, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, do you find you get more? Are you working from home for the most part?
No, I'm in the office full time.
Oh, you're back again, and that's what, by your choice?
We talked about it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm kind of one of the boots on the ground, man.
That is true, yeah. You really kind of need to be there, right? But for the people that like, don't have to fucking be there every day, like, I would find it working in an office setting, you get interrupted about 60 fucking times a day, right? Totally. So it's like, if you're at home and you can just bang shit out and all you have to do is answer emails and you don't have some
some fucking dude walking into your cubicle every 5 minutes asking you a stupid question. Right. It's like you can get a lot of shit done, dude. I don't know. It seems like it's beneficial for everyone.
It's different, and it's been good for us.
Yeah, so it's good, man.
That's all I know. This is my bubble, but it's working. Like I said, we're pumping.
Fuck yeah, man. That's awesome. DW, killing it, dude. Yeah. Killing it. What's up with the Spires? I heard you guys are you're just finished recording again.
We just did 2 songs. Well, actually, we didn't finish doing vocals on Thursday.
Okay.
So tried out a new studio that our friends.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Here in Ventura? Or?
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Downtown.
Is it Willie's place?
No.
Oh, okay.
It's our friends Kanan and Alec, and they were the rhythm section and the intelligence. And,
okay.
Finberg's
solo
band, and they've been in other bands too. But they have this space downtown, and they converted it, and they're both really great musicians. They play a bunch of different instruments.
Right.
And Kanan went to school for recording, so they hit us up to do it, but we hadn't been, my band, the Spires, we hadn't been active since the world turned upside down.
Totally, man.
So I hadn't played drums in a year and a half.
Oh, really? You hadn't played at all?
Even though I work at DW.
Right. Well,
I hadn't played drums in a year and a half.
Yeah.
And but I know Jason, and I've known him forever. He's constantly writing parts of songs. So I knew there was going to be no shortage of stuff.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Is he the guy that'll hit you with like, hey, here's 30 tracks?
Now, yeah.
Now, yeah. You're like, nope, thanks, man.
Yeah. So they hit us up to. They kind of have a cool model going on. What their goal is to be more like the studio I'm talking about. So be more like a Stax Records type of a thing, where you go in, and this is exactly our situation. We don't even have a bass player right now. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So you go in, and it's like if you're working on a song in the studio and you're hearing like a keyboard part, or maybe a second guitar over this or something like that. One of those guys will sit in and play it if you want them to.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And they're real, quick learns.
Yeah,
and they're great. So we went in there with 2 songs, and Alec, one of the guys, just played bass on them.
Nice.
And it was really like no pressure. It was the exact opposite of any way I've ever recorded before, and it was cool because
people don't know the panic of recording. I mean, well, if you record music, you do, but like, especially when you're paying for time. And now you have X amount of fucking days to get this shit done. And you know what I mean? And you're like, fuck. Dude,
and if you're a drummer.
Yeah, drummers alone.
If you're tracking and you go first to get the
which
drum
you always
track,
do, right?
And everybody's looking at you.
I know.
And you can't, you play live and your stick hits a counter hoop or something. You can't hear it. But the microphones hear it. So you basically have to play perfect. It's kind of like if someone sets up a Nintendo in front of you and says, okay, play this level of Super Mario.
Yeah.
That's like 4 minutes long, and you have to play it absolutely perfectly without stopping.
Yeah.
And we're gonna have 7 people around you.
Not only that, beat the whole game.
Yeah.
Without dying.
Everything depends on this.
Dying.
Everything builds off of this. So there you go.
That's a good one. That's actually good. That actually makes sense, dude. It's like, hey, can you beat Contra in one try? Fucking go for it, bro. Like, let's see, Yeah, it's fucking recording is a stressful thing, man.
But this time was actually it was very, very easy for me.
Yeah.
Because it was like I said before. I mean, I think you have the same philosophy, but it's always been write the songs.
Yeah.
Practice, rehearse.
Yeah.
Okay, we got it. Let's play it live and we'll record it in the studio.
Right.
That's the order of things. But this was not that. This was
okay.
Jason had me at his house twice with an acoustic guitar, and I had like these bundle sticks with just a snare drum.
Yeah,
like, okay, I think I got it, but we recorded it on the phone, and so I wrote parts on my own.
Cool, man.
But so we had never even played them.
So you got to like build it in the studio.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me of like Rolling Stones, like the '60s or something. Where
watching the Beatles.
They would like book a month at the studio.
Yeah,
and
totally.
write the album, right? This wasn't exactly that, but it was the same type of like we've never played this song before.
Totally, man.
Let's record it, So, and to play in a rhythm section with someone who's
you never played with before. Played with them,
So with all that in mind, I hadn't played in a year and a half, so it was like shaking the rust off, all that stuff. But I didn't feel the pressure that I normally do.
That's awesome.
Because I was kind of like, what do I expect of myself?
Well, then, like, what's it for? Is it for a major release? You're just fucking recording to do it.
And they wanted the experience, and we wanted the experience. And you know what? We were totally happy it came out. There was like a moment, maybe a couple hours into setting up and getting it all out. I was like, okay, there it is. Like I'm back. You know.
Totally.
I've found it.
It is. You have been doing it for 40 years. You know. Well, 55 years, I guess. Dude, it actually reminds me of like, did you watch the McCartney documentary?
No,
God damn, dude. I mean, it was so cool to see. I'm a fan of the Beatles, right? Like I just am. I mean, how can you not be, right? But the guy that doesn't like the Beatles, you're an idiot, dude. They changed so much, right? But like watching that and the way it's set up, it's almost like Song Exploder. Like, have you heard that podcast, Song Exploder, where they did take apart songs, right? So he'd put them in the board, dude, and they would turn down different shit and talk about it, and it was cool to like see him relive that stuff. You know what I mean? And you just realize like so much of those records was just built in the fucking studio. They might have a riff or two or whatever, but I've never had the opportunity to record like that. Really, just go in and create. You know what I mean? And see what comes out. Not only that, they're like inventing shit that's never been. Like they're arguing with the soundboard guys to overdrive everything so it fucking distorts a little bit. And like all the engineers are freaking out. You're gonna blow up our board. That kind of shit. And it's like it was so fucking like moving and emotional. Like I totally broke down a couple times. It was just like you just don't like those songs are so important, dude. Like first of all, and then second of all, like it's never gonna happen again. Like there's never gonna be another one. Like I mean, there's gonna be bands that are creative and do the thing, but it will never fucking be the Beatles again, dude. Like, and it just like made me like. It was a trip hearing it, man. Like it was, especially when they pull out certain elements, and it was crazy to hear the whole record. Like they'd get the original tapes and they'd bounce them into a mixer, but it would only be like 4 or 5 fucking sliders. You know what I mean? Because they're bouncing tracks on tracks on tracks. So like they couldn't turn down every instrument, but when you turn down like certain things, however it was bounced, like some of the tracks were like 2 tracks. That was it. You know what I mean? It was like such a fucking trip to hear it. Like
that's what this studio did too. They you record on tape.
Oh, cool.
So we had to buy tape.
Oh, you did, yeah.
Yeah, but then they bounce it to Logic or whatever.
Sure, yeah.
But you're still limited on your tracks.
Yeah.
And you have to get creative with that sort of thing. And so it's very cool. Like you may have to use the same track for a guitar solo that's only in 30 seconds of the song.
Right.
But later you might want to add a shaker or something.
Yeah, something to
it. As long as they're not at the same time, you can use the same track. But it's not like you have 64 tracks.
I know, it's cool, man. I remember recording on tape a couple times with the old bands, you know what I mean? Guy Wagner was an old head from around here, and that had a little studio in his garage, and he would record on tape, dude.
He recorded great bands, too.
Yeah, he did. Really good stuff, man. But
so I don't know. It seems to me that's new and exciting, and I think like I said, we do vocals this week, and then we'll have the basic idea of these 2 songs, and our plan is like, okay, we basically went in one day and got 2 songs out of it. If we can do that 5 or 6 times, we'll have an album. Like you said, no timetable, no pressure. We'll
just it is where it is.
Next thing you know, we should have a record. But I'm kind of excited for those guys because if this gets a good result, and I can start saying, hey, check them out, go in there for a day, and you can knock out 2 songs, and plus people who've never recorded a tape before will have a new experience.
Yeah,
and,
totally.
So hopefully that would be something cool for Ventura and the area.
Yeah, it's awesome, man. What's the studio called? Do you know? They don't have a name yet.
We were the first, or we were the second people to go in. So.
That's awesome, man. Yeah. Fuck yeah, man! I can't wait to hear it. I mean, it's always so cool. I mean, I've been saying for a long time I've changed my whole entire like idea on how I want to release music from now on. You know what I mean? I'm like not interested in putting out an LP ever again. Like I want to record like 2 song bangers, singles essentially, like with videos. You know what I mean? Like it's just at least that's a way to get in everyone's brain, right? But I mean, there is something about fucking going in and recording a group of fucking 6, 7, 8, 10 songs. You know what I mean? And building a full cohesive record. You know what I mean? But I'm interested and excited to try because I've never done that. I've never just recorded a couple songs. Like it's always like, oh my god, we got 12 songs. We have fucking 5 days in the studio. Fuck, and it just panicking,
you're more apt to spend more time on them, obviously,
right?
And you're not going to have any that don't get released, basically.
Right? Yeah.
So I mean, if you record 12 songs and you're like, well, I'm not super stoked on this part of 2 of them, then they're probably going to end up never being released.
Yeah, getting canned.
A 10-song album instead of a 12-song album.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had that problem, dude. I mean, I definitely have hated the final product at certain points, but it's like. Fucking goes out.
But if you go in for 2 songs, you're going to use both.
You're going to use them,
but you're also going to throw everything at it.
Right.
You're not going to be up against the clock.
And you might allow yourself a a little more leeway to be more creative or here's some other elements, man.
Spaghetti against the wall.
That's how it works, dude. That's America, dude. American capitalism. Throw some shit against the wall and see what sticks, dude. It's crazy.
So what about you?
Man, I've just been, busy working, dude, doing the thing, getting the kids ready for school and fucking excited to see them go back full time again, dude. I mean, not just for my own shit, but for them to get back to normal, And
Are they missing it socially? Like, are they?
yeah, I mean, Keen's going into 6th grade, so that's a big deal, right? Middle school. Scouts, they're going to be an 8th grader, so that's kind of a big deal.
That is.
And Bronson's a fucking savage, so it's going to be, I don't know, it's going to be wild. You saw him like a billy goat on the table as soon as he walked on the door, dude.
I don't even know how I got up there.
Me neither. I don't know.
It was like Dash from The Incredibles.
He literally is. Well, he's actually more Jack, dude. It's like the kid is fucking nuts, dude. I don't know. He's the most Kasamas that's ever been created, dude. He runs around all day with weapons, just like hitting shit, like all fucking day, And I just like a little white trash tear just drips out of my face. Yeah, man. But I honestly, the last 2 days I've been recovering from my birthday. It was a real shit show, dude. I haven't been home in like 7 years on my birthday, right? I always go camping, like, because I know what happens. I fucking home for 1 year, dude, and I get like completely sabotaged from 2,000 miles away on my own birthday by a guy named Craig McCracken, a real piece of shit. We're at the bar, dude, at the garage. I'm like, have a few buddies there, and all of a sudden, fucking Big J walks up with this shot. It's like all dark, dude. So he goes, hey, you got to take the shot. I can't tell you what's in it. I'm all, who's it from? He's all, Craig McCracken. And I'm like, oh, fuck, here we go. He doesn't even live here. He lives in Oregon, right? So he finds out that I'm going to be there. I made the mistake of posting, hey, I'm going to have a few beers. He calls the fucking bar owner and Venmos him money for the shot, dude. And so I fucking take it. And it's a 151 and Tabasco. That's it. It's called a Prairie Fire or something. Oh my God, dude. I went from like having a great time to being shit-faced. Like, and then someone bought me a Fireball shot. And then I drank some tequila. And I was like, right at the point of old Craig coming out, dude, where I'm hacking your bushes down, waiting for the cops to show up. I've never, 10 in the morning getting you fucking.
I literally had to go to my neighbor and say, look, I know that was pretty nuts, but
I don't think it's going to get any worse than that today. And it did. It fucking did, dude. So for those of you who don't know, Brooke is the host of the Scavenger Hunt. We talked about it last time he was on here, but I did some terrible things at that house, man. I had a bunch of memories pop up today of it. It was very nice to see it. What is up with it? Are you going to do another one? Are you doing the final year? What's going on?
There's going to be another one.
Are you going to keep it?
20 is a round number, I think.
Are you going to keep it like the Tokyo Olympics and still keep it 2020? Like the 20.
Oh, I didn't have thought about that, but that's a good idea.
It should be Tokyo Olympics. It should be Olympics themed.
It's always lined up with the calendar year.
Like, of course.
The first one was in 2001, the second one was in 2002.
Right.
So, we should do that.
Just keep it 20. Doesn't matter if it's 2022. Okay. I mean, it is the 20th year.
Yeah.
So what you guys? Who's writing the list? You?
No, Ian and Jessica won the last one.
Oh, okay.
COVID. I just don't want to be responsible for some super spreader event, you know what I mean?
100%.
And it's just not, we're still not there. So,
and I'll tell you, the things that you're doing at that scavenger hunt, all like run right in line of super spreading. You're licking doorknobs, you're
fluids.
Fucking, it's so bad, dude.
Yeah.
It's so bad.
So, stay tuned.
Yeah.
More to come.
You don't know when, no idea when yet.
I'm waiting on society, but it will happen. There will be a fight.
I think 2022 is the year. Put it back in the summer. It's got to be in the summer again.
We won't make any decisions without canvassing the
canvas. You always do that. You always flood the thing. But I'm winning 20 year, dude. I'm gonna win it. You know I come in hot, bro. I come in so fucking hot, dude.
I know. The whole county knows.
Yeah. I don't know how I haven't been arrested.
I pretty much almost did.
It was my fault. Well, I mean, it's your fault, but it's also my list. So, yeah. I should have never put mooning children on that fucking thing.
I was handcuffed. In front of my house.
In front of your own house. With 200 people in the backyard going,
dude, shh. Not only 200 people, there was, I'm not shitting, literally, AK-47, weed plants,
Right.
like boa constrictors.
Right. Severed human thumbs.
Yeah.
Fucking insane. It would have been like the greatest terrorist in Ventura County has been caught. Brook Dalton. In his house, we found pounds of drugs and guns and weapons.
If they would have gone in the house,
If they walked 2 more feet, dude,
their heads would have exploded. They would have got the key to the city, all of them. Like, Jesus, dude.
totally.
And I probably should have handed it to him. Like, yeah, there you go. You deserve it.
How did you get out of it? You just kind of explained what's going on?
I told them, well, first of all, there's a cop, there not anymore, but there used to be a cop that lived across the street from us, and he was cool. He was really cool.
Right, I remember that, yeah.
And so I kind of started in with the, hey, do you know him? You know, blah, blah, blah. And they could tell I was trying to butter him up.
Oh, for sure.
I don't know how serious they were. I think they were more into the idea of scaring me. You know?
Totally.
Like, but the lady that called them on me
was not happy.
pissed.
Yeah.
I think she was like the proto Karen.
Dude, because this is pre-Karen,
This
right?
was pre-Karen, but I
definitely
think she
Karen.
might be like the mother of all Karens.
She birthed all Karens out of her fucking dusty ass pussy, dude.
She was angry.
Yeah, she was. The kids probably had no idea what was happening. It was just her. She probably hadn't got dick in like years from her husband who hates her. You know what I mean? Like, dude, it was so crazy. I was like, instantly my day went from like, this is incredible to, oh my God, I just got Brooke arrested and he might end up on Megan's Law.
That's what they were telling
I
me.
know, dude.
They said they were gonna have to get in touch with HR at my work.
Oh
and,
my
like,
God.
basically,
They're
they
just
were
scaring
telling
the
me,
shit
like,
out
my
of you,
life
dude.
was good. That was
Your
it.
life is
Yeah.
over, dude. It's like being drunk and taking a piss somewhere on the street.
Yeah.
And then,
It wasn't. I wasn't. I was trying to process stuff. I remember, but I wasn't so much worried about like what going to jail for the night or something dumb
No.
like that. It was more like, fuck, this is gonna have
my
long
future
term.
is fucked
Yeah.
here, dude. Yeah. And it's not like you were, I put mooning a child on the list, right? And like, it was probably a drive-by, dude. Like,
it was a drive.
like, it's not like you ran up and like shoved his face in your fucking hairy crack
No,
or
no.
nothing, dude. Like,
No.
it was a glancing fucking pass. You grazed him with your butthole, dude. You know what I mean? It was a grazing.
It was a B-hole grazing.
It's a butthole grazing.
I pressed
dude.
ham on the window.
Yeah, and from inside a car.
Inside a car,
Yeah.
probably doing 25 mph, and one of those little fucking brats saw my butt.
Yeah.
And that was it.
That was it, man. Is that the only time you've almost been arrested? From scavenger hunt.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's safe to say.
That's good, man. Do you have like a year or two like that were most legendary in your mind?
I was really I thought the one where you just look at some photos, the
Mhm.
10th one that Seth and I did.
Mm-hmm. That one was
That
awesome.
one, because it was the 10th one. And,
Right.
I thought we went pretty big on
Yeah,
that one.
definitely.
That, to me, that was like probably the one, just because we wrote the list. So I
Right.
was like, really, we were giggling for a year straight.
Totally.
You know how it is.
Oh yeah, it's just
Like,
inside
just
jokes.
couldn't
everywhere.
wait to like.
I just
unleash
found our
something.
old list, me and Rosie's list, the wild slavery list, dude. Which, oh fuck, I'll probably get canceled for that. Dude. My wife had cancer. Calm down. She named us. You can't cancel the cancer, dude. Yeah, totally. But yeah, we just found the list. We found our old list, dude. We laughed our asses off. I guarantee I have one here. I'm gonna pull it out in a little bit. We'll read through some of the shit on there, dude.
Yeah, it was great.
But that's good, man. I'm glad you're gonna do the last one.
Done
I
the
mean,
last one.
fuck yeah, dude.
It'll happen.
And you're okay with retiring it?
I said years ago, like probably 4 years ago.
Yeah.
I said, like I said, 20's a nice
20's
round
it,
number,
yeah,
you know,
totally.
like, people are older. Everyone's got kids. People are moving away.
It's hard, man.
It's hard. It's hard. I would have a hard time going to someone's house and doing it. So I get it. I know.
Yeah, well, and it's like, imagine asking for a babysitter that day. like, right? Like, so we have 3 kids.
Yeah.
We have to find a babysitter and then explain to her, we're gonna be gone all day, and also most of the night.
Yeah.
And when we come back, we will smell like shit.
Yeah.
We will be hammered.
Tattooed.
New tattoos. Also, we're gonna be running in and out, robbing our own house half the fucking day,
That's right.
and don't let us see the kids. And then also, like, we are fucking gonna be like, it's gonna be different humans when we come back. You know what I mean? Like, you can't. It's how do you get a babysitter for that? Like, unless you have a parent like my mom who has been included and tortured in that thing a million times. Like, There's no, you can't hire a babysitter for that. Like care.com is not helping you with that, dude. You know what I mean? It's like you're going to jail. Like,
Yeah.
when you get home.
Can you watch our kids while we devolve into utter insanity
Like,
for a
well,
day?
Craig didn't make it home. He got caught knocking over the 17th display at Urban Outfitters today and got tackled. You know what I mean?
I remember walking into Urban Outfitters and the employees there just looked at me. They're like, no, don't do it. And I was like, slowly sidewalking to a display. I was like, I'm sorry. Like I felt so bad.
I feel like we're the reason they closed. Seriously, that's probably the shortest stay of any Urban Outfitters on any downtown strip ever, dude. It's like first year, fuck, we lost a lot, dude. Fucking displays and products fucking flying off the shelves, getting destroyed, dude.
I did the slowest display knockover while apologizing. Just yeah. I don't want to do this.
Yeah, dude, it's so fucking good. The amount of shit, dude.
Make a book out of it.
Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that'd be a good idea. Like coffee table book
Yeah.
of all the like picture submissions and shit and lists.
Sometimes people ask me what I think the like maybe the gnarliest item on any of this is.
Yeah.
And I usually say, well, the human finger.
Yeah.
Because you got it.
I got one. I saw that shit on the list. And my brother-in-law he's an armorer, just cut the tip of his thumb off a week ago, dude. A fucking week ago. And me and Matt are like, we're looking at him all severed human finger. I was like, dude, I can get that. And Matt's all, no fucking way. Like, he's just like, not only that, he's like, no way, dude. Like, curling up his own hands like at me. Because I'm like,
he wanted to hear that.
I would consider it. Yeah. Like, how badass would you be if you cut your own pinky off for this camera?
Every team in the whole, everyone that was going down the list was like human finger. No, but
yeah.
you were like, yeah,
we can do this.
Got it.
Yeah, so I called my brother-in-law, and he goes, hey Josh, how are you? How's your finger? He's like, oh, it's good, man. I'm like, do you have it? And he's all, yeah, it's actually in the freezer. I'm all, I need it. And he's all, you know, and he didn't even fucking blink. He's like, yeah, come over and get it, dude. It's all good.
Doesn't have why.
Didn't even care, dude. It's his own finger. Why do you even have it in your own freezer? Like, first of all, but I remember showing up and I'm all,
for like a gross ass formaldehyde. So
I walked and we didn't even win that year.
Yeah.
We didn't win that year. I mean, what the fuck, dude? You know, it should have been. I mean, whoever won deserved it. That's the one thing you can say about that is when you win that motherfucker, you deserve it, dude.
It's a life event, you know.
Yeah,
it's like
totally.
It changes you for
the
whole year.
Yeah, because then you start everything you're looking at, right? It's
like the old Tootsie Roll commercials where like shit just starts like points like start just floating over things. You're driving downtown, you're like, climb on that? Yeah. Can you jump off that? Is that okay? Like,
you start really thinking like, are there really abandoned pillars off the edge of the pier? Fuck, man, I don't know. You know, you start really, really considering a lot of shit, dude. But yeah, severed human finger, dude. I got it. You know what I mean?
Do you remember when there was a shark in the backyard too? I can't remember why. It must have been that. So. Dude, it was gross.
So. A real shark?
It was about
like a dead one.
It was like that big, dead shark. And then
where the fuck did they get the shark?
People got super wasted, you know, like late in the evening after that. And somehow it like broke open.
Oh god.
I think someone started swinging it around.
Oh, and, yeah. You know, for all the things that have been at your house, like you haven't had to kick that many people out, dude. It's pretty amazing, right? Well, I mean, me. I might be maybe Mark Stewart, but like, you know, fuck, man, it's pretty amazing.
We have a solid community,
solid crew, man. Yeah, just psychos, you know. That's why, like, I'm a real bad metric. Like when people ask me, like, do you think it's gonna be crazy? I'm like.
You're probably not the person.
Yeah, I'm all, I don't know, severed human finger crazy? I don't think so, but fuck if it is. I mean, you know what I mean? Like we did that show at Gigi's and the chick that owned it was like, well, do you think I need security? And I'm like, oh, I don't think so. I mean, I'll punch somebody if I have to, but you know what I mean? It was like, I'm a bad person to ask for that shit because it's like, what is chaos to me is like so fucking next level, like, you know, compared to normal people, you know, like I bidetted myself in the mall, like in front of a bunch of children. Like I wasn't even considering that it was a bad idea. Yeah, the found, dude. Like I didn't even consider it was a bad idea. Like I don't have that built in me, dude. Running naked through somewhere is like not a problem for me. I don't got a lot to hang with, you know what I mean? You know, I'm not impressed with the natives, dude.
So how are you feeling about shows these days? You played a couple. I think you have another one.
We got one on Saturday, or it'll be gone by the time it's out. But
so not to catch up.
No.
But like as far as going to shows,
right.
I was really excited.
Right.
I think everyone is, but
yeah.
Bought tickets for a couple of shows in LA coming up, and like today, one of them canceled.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Manassian and I were going to another one. He even said he's like, just be ready for this one.
Right. I have tickets to Idols in November up there, and I'm wondering. And I have tickets actually for a really good comedian, Andrew Schultz, next weekend, which I can't go to because it's been rescheduled so many times. And now we're playing a show, you know. But you mean as far as like COVID and shit? Like,
yeah.
Am I nervous?
I guess. Yeah. I mean, does it seem like you're getting excited and preparing, and then the bottom drops out, and you're like, fuck, here we go again, you know? Is it making you angry? Is it making you?
No, I'm not. So the way I view it right now is that we have done everything we are supposed to do. Been vaccinated, stayed in our bubble, fucking lived life like little hobbits for a year and a half. At this point, I feel like if you are not vaccinated and you get sick, it's your own fucking fault. I don't have much mercy for you. Not that I want you to die or suffer, but I don't fucking care. I did what I'm supposed to do. All of my friends have done pretty much the same thing. If I get the fucking Delta variant or the fucking Omega variant, whatever's coming out next, you know, odds are it's not going to be that bad for me, right? And, you know, but if you're out here fucking protesting it, burning your mask like you're a fucking chick in the 60s burning her bras, and you get sick and fucking die, I don't really have a lot to fucking, you know what I mean? Like, I don't care. Like, so when it comes to going to shows, if you're uncomfortable with it, wear a mask. If you're uncomfortable, don't go to the fucking show. But I've done every fucking thing I'm supposed to do to protect myself, and I'm willing to fucking be sick for half a week, you know what I mean, to go live my life again. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to get sick, and this shit will spread. But at this point, vaccines are so readily available. You know, I got a tail now, and I'm fluent in Mandarin, but it's fucking fine, dude. Like, ni hao, you know what I mean? It's all good.
It's a sexy tail.
Yeah, dude.
I'm a little aroused.
Yeah, but also, like, we'll make $1 billion in the fucking lawsuit later from Pfizer. You think Pfizer don't got deep ass pockets? You know what I mean? Like, if we go something's fucked up, but as far as like going to shows, like I think we should fucking be able to open up and do the thing. Like I don't care about if they check the vaccine cards or any of that shit. Like none of that bothers me. Like do whatever you got to do to cover your ass. But at this point, if you're still haven't got vaccinated and you get fucking sick, it's on you. You know, I just don't have much sympathy, you know, for anyone like that anymore. You know.
Well, we're getting to the point where it's really hard to, you know.
Hard to what? Have sympathy. Yeah, totally. I don't know how you feel about it. I mean, it makes me nervous. Like when I was at the show, like there was like 140 people, but I also went to that Dead Heat show at the tavern, and there was 400 fucking plus, dude. And I thought, whoa, this is.
And that was like a month earlier, maybe.
It was a solid month before, you know, July, you know, and but I don't know, man. Like the hard science is the fact that the people that are getting really sick are still old and they're fat and diabetic and fucking they have at least 2+ comorbidities. You know what I mean? It's still hitting the same fucking people, and those are the same people that still won't get vaccinated. So fuck off. Like, you know what I mean? I don't feel that way anymore. I was like afraid for everyone for a long time, but I've done everything I'm supposed to do. You know what I mean? And we've decided not to get the kids vaccinated. Okay. And the reason is because I don't know. I'm not worried about what it does to myself. I'm not worried about anything. You know, Rosie's not worried. She put chemo in her body for a fucking year straight. There's not going to be much that's worse than that, right? But it did fuck up her cycle for months, like her period cycle. And Scout's a fucking developing teenager. And I don't know what that does. And she's nervous about it, you know, and Rosie's nervous about it, you know what I mean? So we're holding off on that until there's some actual fucking studies, some actual research for the children. So that's the only way I could be like realistic about it, you know what I mean? Like, cause Rosie's like menstrual cycle went fucked up like for 3 months, 3 solid months. Like just all wacky, dude. You know, and it was like, that's terrifying for a teenager. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You don't want any sort of long-term repercussions from shit like that. And the reality is that we don't know what shit's gonna look like. I'm willing to take the chance, but I don't think I'm willing to do it for the kids right now. If that makes any sense.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. How are you feeling about it? You nervous? I mean,
I'm not that nervous. I would maybe the day I got my first shot, I was a little bit
sure.
like, well, it's in there now.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. Totally.
and I got it early. I got my first one in end of April.
Yeah, I'm
May.
the same as you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so it was a little weird, but you know, I trust the experts. I mean,
Yeah. Are you nervous to go to shows? I mean, I mean, being around that many people, it's weird because you just haven't done it, right? But it blew me out the door at that fucking Dead Heat show. I was like, this is an insane amount of people.
Well, there's kind of several things going on. I'm not saying anything new at all. Like I could worry about myself,
Right.
or I could worry about contracting it and not knowing I have it for a day or two and giving it to someone who's not like I don't want to murder someone. You know what I mean? Like I don't want them to give it to their grandma when they get home. I don't want like so. There's a lot to.
There is that, man, but where does the fucking fear end?
Yeah, no, it's
you know what I mean? Like that's what I'm at. I'm like, dude, year and a half. Where does this end, dude?
No, that's why I was the first one in line. The moment I found out I could get vaccinated, I ran down there. I was like,
totally, man.
Do it now. I'm sick of this. Like,
yeah, I'm tired.
And I can't. It's hard for me to wear a mask. It really is. Like, I've had asthma my whole life and bronchitis and that restricted airflow, Craigie.
It makes a big difference, dude.
It's rough. And
I have to teach all day with one on. Yeah. Talking 8 hours, and it's fucking hard, dude.
It's hard.
Like, it's hard.
It gives me like a little bit of claustrophobia. You know, like I kind of have that anyway in life. I'll feel like things closing in on me sometimes.
Right.
And it reminds me a lot of that.
Right.
Like when like if I have insomnia or something like that.
Sure.
Like my bouts of insomnia aren't like what you'd see on sitcoms or something. They're not like, oh, I'm tossing and turning and I better go get a
You're like,
snack
I'm not
or whatever.
fucking
like,
sleeping, period.
It's like, it's heavy. You know? It's like the world's closing in on me type of it.
Like, is it just anxiety and panic?
It's pure, it feels like it's pure anxiety, but you can't
shake it.
You can't shake it. It's in your head and it feeds on itself. And it's just the most uncomfortable. It's kind of scary, honestly. It's kind of like this like terrifying thing, and you can't like you just get out of bed and walk around the house and like wait for it to kind of go away. But sometimes you'll have a hangover from it for like 2 days.
Has it always been like that?
No.
It's as you get older, you think?
As I've gotten older, yeah. Maybe in the last like I don't know, 7 or 8 years,
really,
something like that is where it really started kicking in. And it's not very often, but when it does.
Oh, when it kicks in, dude. I mean, I'm not a panic attack guy, but I've had a few of them. You know what I mean? And it is a terrible fucking feeling, dude. Yeah. My heart goes out to anyone that deals with it all the time. But I feel like there's like so many ways to mitigate it, you know, through exercise and, you know, it literally exhausting your fucking physical body does so much for your brain. You know what I mean? Like at the same time, I'm not saying that cures it, obviously, but there's things that like what I found over the years, like, and I'm not the guy that really talk about exercise that much, but I get into like psycho behavior, you know what I mean? And I realize like, oh, if I haven't gone to the gym or just picked up heavy shit or fucking done something like super creative, you know what I mean? Like get my brain focused on this one moment or this thing I'm doing, it starts to build in me. You know?
Yeah, it's psychosomatic. I mean, your mental state affects your physical state and vice versa. You know, so.
Yeah, but a lot of people don't even understand that part.
And that's where the panic attacks can be really bad because you think you're gonna die.
Yeah, totally.
You don't know what's going on. It feels like a heart attack. You're like you think it's bad. Like it can be really scary.
But it causes you not to sleep, huh?
Sometimes it's just kind of.
Was it brought on more by the pandemic? You think? Just the stress and everything.
I think I've probably, on average, had more insomnia since the pandemic. Sure. But sometimes it's just random. Sometimes I don't know if you're like. Honey sacking shit that you're subconsciously you don't know you are, you know, and then it just comes out that way. Yeah. It happens to me on airplanes too. Oh, really? And that's kind of what I'm honestly like I have to travel every year for work, and I have to go to South Carolina, and I get that. If that happens to me on a plane, it's the worst. It's just the worst because it's like claustrophobia in a metal
on top of everyone,
completely helpless, and you just. It's just really, really hard to describe, but it's bad. And that's happened to me a few times on airplanes. And that's kind of what I'm worried about is now if I have to wear a mask for 6 hours in an airplane.
Right. It's going to fucking freak you out.
It's going to freak me out. Well, it might not, but it could. And
well, you don't want to be the guy on news getting taped to a fucking seat, right?
I don't think it's,
You're like, oh, fuck. Brook
Yeah.
Fuck. You know, yeah, it's a shit show, man.
That was pretty cool though.
It was awesome. Now, how good was that interview? Did you see the interview?
Yeah.
I think it was fake,
I think it's fake.
but it was a great fucking interview.
Doesn't matter. It's awesome.
It's so good. Man. That was like almost as good as Charles Ramsey. I mean, Charles Ramsey's the GOAT, dude. You know what I mean? That's the GOAT of all interviews I've ever seen in my entire life. How good is that fucking dude? You know, Charles Ramsey ended up saving like someone's life like a month later too.
What do you mean? Where?
He saved some people from like a fucking bad car accident.
Really?
Yeah, same dude. He's fucking just walking down the street, McDonald's in his hand, fucking sees this insane car accident, pulls the people out, saves their lives.
Wow.
Yeah, he's a fucking hero, dude.
Wow.
They need to send that fool to fucking Afghanistan. You know, how crazy is that?
I honestly don't know.
Have you seen some of the footage from that
Yeah.
shit with the planes and the fucking? Dude, I watched a video right before he came over. It bummed me out. It was literally one of our fucking planes flying and two bodies just falling
Yeah, I
off
saw
the
that
fucking
photo.
thing. You're like, oh my god, dude. It's such a heart wrencher, man. I don't know. I mean,
It's brutal, and you know, I definitely don't want to spend time talking politics because it's not my forte, and especially, you know, Eastern regions. It's just not what I'm good at.
yeah.
Following.
I mean, you do
know?
run an alien conspiracy
Well, yeah.
YouTube channel, but you know,
Um,
politics not it. That'd be so.
but it's.
Or what if you were responsible for all Bigfoot videos?
You have your responsibility.
Totally, dude.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Yeah.
But yeah.
I don't. It's weird. Like the blame game is really.
It's crazy.
Rough, and it's so divisive, and there's just no easy, quick solutions. But
yeah.
the first thing I thought is, I thought back, like, you know, the last whatever 4 presidents have
Right.
all said, we got to get our troops out of there. Like,
Totally.
like it's
Yeah.
a 20-year
started
war.
with
It's the
fucking
longest,
Bush,
it's the
dude, you know
longest
what I mean?
war in
Yeah,
American history. Like,
totally.
they all say that we got to get our boys and our men and women
Yeah.
home. And then, honest, like, you know, even like Lindsey Graham, who I can't stand, would raise his hand and just be like, "You don't want to do that. Like, we've studied the region. It's going to form a vacuum. It's going to be
Same
bad.
shit
like,
that
don't
happened
do
with
it."
fucking, you know, Gaddafi. Same shit that happened
Yeah.
with Saddam. It's the
Yeah.
same fucking
It's
thing
a
over
cycle,
and over again.
you know?
Yeah.
And,
It's hard for me to think that it's not kind of by design.
well, I mean, so here's the first thing I thought, which is lame. But the first thing I thought was, Trump ran. That was one of his promises, his campaign promises. Was,
Right.
I'm going to get our troops out of there. It's been too
Right,
long.
right.
They can take care of themselves. You know, we
Yeah.
got other places we need them to be.
Sure.
So, okay, so people voted for him for that, and then he didn't pull it off because he got friction.
Yeah,
you know, people were like, "That's not the time. Don't do that."
Right.
And then Biden ran, as that was one of his campaign
Same
promises.
thing, yeah.
We got to get him out of there. It's been too long. Blah, blah, blah. So I was, even when that was going on, I was like, well, no matter what, they're going to pull the troops. Like, whoever wins this thing,
Somebody's
they're
doing
going
it,
to pull
yeah,
the troops.
totally.
Like, it's the time they've decided. It's time for them to do it. So they did. You know? And then
immediately,
and
within
here we are.
24 hours,
Yeah.
the Taliban takes over that fucking place, dude.
But
It's
it's like,
wild,
but
man.
the right wingers are just pouncing right now, saying you shouldn't have done that, you shouldn't have done that. And my thinking is, well, if Trump would have won, he would have done it too. He's been promising for 5 years
totally.
that he's
Someone
gonna
it was
do
already
that.
in
Like,
motion to do it.
yeah.
Right.
So I don't know. I'm not,
But you
I'm
know
not
what I'm
defending-
saying is like, dude, I mean, those Trump supporters, I mean, they should be fucking super pissed because the Taliban did in 24 hours what they tried to do. You know what I mean? For 4 years.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like they showed how to storm a fucking Capitol, dude.
Yeah, right.
And it's fucking terrifying. But if I was, I mean, I'd be just embarrassed. You know what I mean? On the fucking shit that I tried to pull here, rather than fucking taking it over there, taking fucking, it's like a pop-up selfie event. You know, ratting each other out. It's like, it's fucked because every fucking side is guilty. You know what I mean? They're all guilty. It started with Bush, fucking Obama, you know, Clinton even. You know what I mean? It's fucking all this shit's been in motion. But it's hard for me to imagine that there's not some fucking avenue, some reason, something that's going to allow us to go back into war and fucking keep that fucking machine moving. You know what I mean?
No, what are you gonna do? Just restart it all, retake
Redo
it?
Yeah,
like,
totally.
Come on, I don't think
They'll go in there and bomb everything out again, dude. I guarantee it. Within 6 months, we'll be back in there just ravaging.
It's a tough situation. That's
It's
why
tough.
I don't. There's no clean answer. There never has been.
There's never gonna be a
There's never
clean answer.
be.
You know?
It's
Yeah.
rough. I don't
It
know.
just
what to say.
it just shows you, like, you know, you spend 20 years building democracy. You know what I mean over there, and it's you know, and the fucking sad part is like, you know, it's so like what I don't like is all the like the lefties, right? Like it's all for nothing. It's all for fucking blah blah blah. And it's like, dude, it's not. You see how many people are running out of that country
Yeah.
due to totalitarianism. Something we were doing in that country
Was working.
was fucking working,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Pictures of women on billboards. You know, women and fucking children are fucking terrified for their lives right now.
Yeah.
Obviously, something we were doing, and I'm not saying it's the right answer. I'm not saying any of that. Something we were doing in there was making that place better.
It's kind of impressive.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
To see what the horror that it caused makes you kind of realize the pendulum, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that's what was being held back this whole time.
Right.
So,
Yeah. So it's hard. You're right. There's no easy answers out of this shit, dude. And by the time this podcast come out, we'll fucking probably be in the middle of a straight up war again. You know, it's just it's crazy, man. Because I listen to a lot of like a lot of everybody, dude. I listen to a lot of fucking things. I don't watch the news. I don't watch any of the news outlets, but I listen to a lot of podcasts, a lot of political shit. And I hit both sides. And I mean, you know, there's parts of me that are absolutely for the military, just going and stomping those motherfuckers out. And then there's other parts of me that's like, how long? Like, how much more? How much longer? How much more of our money? How much? You know, it is bullshit. You know what I mean? But when you see true atrocities like that, it's like, fuck, man. You know, I don't know. I mean, I think we're coming to the glaring end of what fucking how far capitalism gets us, dude. You know what I mean?
yeah, and do they stop here? I mean, they basically took over a country in like 3 days.
Totally, man. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you know, I think we'll rip ourselves apart before we let someone else do it.
I'm not worried about it coming here, but I'm
Yeah,
are they
yeah.
going to start spreading?
Oh,
there
sure.
now,
I'm sure they could, dude. Once you get that foothold,
Yeah.
you know. But you know, I feel like we'd wipe our own fucking table clear of the chessboard first. You know, it's fucking wild, man. I don't know. I've been looking at this shit all day, and I'm like, God damn, man. Like, how sad, dude.
Super sad.
You know,
I mean, there's heavy stuff.
heavy shit, dude. Yeah. It's hard not to amount. It's not, you know, I've always been a child of the apocalypse, dude. And I just, every year, it just seems like we're inching closer and closer. You know what I mean? Like fucking Greece is on fire right now.
How have your dreams been lately? You've always had the
Yeah.
craziest dreams I've ever,
Yeah.
know, and that's during like peacetime.
Yeah.
Are they still crazy?
I don't remember them a lot anymore.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't have I've had some insane dreams, dude. I had dreams like, I used to tell Brooke about them. I used to call Brooke out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like, I had this dream last night.
Yeah, a lot of fire.
A lot of
A lot
fire.
of weapons.
But I had a dream one time when we were living in Montalvo that there was a battle because we were having a problem with the homies over there, and there was a battle for like king of the neighborhood essentially, right? And so the way that you won was by stacking bodies up, like, and whoever had the highest pile, like fucking Genghis Khan at the end, won. And I just remember like, just knocking people out and just throwing bodies, like literally all night long. That's all I did, dude. Yeah. So it's a lot of that shit. A lot of zombie apocalypse dreams, a lot of fucking alien invasion shit I used to have all the time, you know? And, you know, I realize, like, when I think about it now, it's like, those are the same type of dreams that these morons wrote the Bible off of. You know what I mean? It's like, I've had a prophecy.
It must mean something.
Totally. It's like, oh no, you're just a fucking psycho, dude.
Someone's speaking to me.
Yeah, totally. Well, I mean, maybe they are. I don't know, man. I'm waiting for, the aliens, bro. I mean, I could.
Yeah, the aliens are real.
Obviously, right? How amazing is it that everyone's all, cool. For like 50 years, everyone's been like, it's coming, and they come out and they're all, yeah, it's some shit up there. We don't know, and everyone's all, yeah, it's cool, good. Yeah, totally. Jimmy John's or fucking
I think it's
Jersey
it's
Mike's.
timing. You know, it's like you drop something like that in the middle of
Everyone
freaking out over just where their next fucking.
Well, it's like, yeah, there's aliens. Like, yeah, cool. Let me know when they get here, dude. Like, fucking, let me know. You know what I mean? Like, I'm good. I'm trying not to die over here in the pandemic, and I'm also trying to make rent. Are they bringing money? Are they bringing welfare cards? That'd be really nice, dude. You know what I mean? Can you stop zooming out of our oceans and fucking drop some food on this motherfucker? That'd be really nice, dude. Fucking piece of shit, worthless ass aliens. They ain't doing shit, dude. The fucking freeloaders, dude.
Yeah.
Freeloading on our asses.
Like rear windowing our asses.
Yeah, dude. Do you think they just fly by? They're all, not yet.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
There's a spot.
You see what he just did? What did he just do? His pants are off. He's eating fucking biscuits with his feet, dude. I don't think they're ready yet, man. A couple more million years, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's fucking when it comes. I mean, if they come, if they could be here. I think they live in our oceans now, dude.
My grandma used to, and grandpa used to say they weren't. I mean, they're like Catholic, so they didn't really.
Yeah.
It wasn't really part of their makeup, but they saw some shit. And
Did they?
Both at the same time, and they were very vocal about. Like,
there being something.
This is what we saw is real. Like, you know,
really?
yeah.
What do they see?
They live in Upper Ojai, like
Okay.
by
Are they still around?
No.
Okay.
But no air pollution, just
Sure.
clear
Yeah.
skies, like starry nights. All like it was pretty beautiful actually.
Yeah.
But they had this home they built in on the second story was this huge balcony, like as big as this garage, and they had like patio chairs and stuff out there. So they would go out at night when it cooled down and just have a sit or whatever.
Right.
But they had acreage, so it was like their next neighbor wasn't for another fucking half-mile up the road.
Yeah.
So they just had empty fields and stars, and that was it. But they would swear that I think it happened a few times where these two like orbs, I guess I never saw them, but this is what they said.
Right.
Would like come down at an angle that wasn't like really fast and suddenly stop and hover.
Sure.
Like nothing
like what a drone might be able to do now. But
yeah.
Not.
But this was 30 years ago.
Right.
You know.
100%.
And then they said that they would like in unison like zip around but really quickly stop and go up and down and do this, like it was almost like it was, and then they would stop and it's like they were checking them out type of a thing, like
weird,
and then they would just shoot off. So yeah, kind of
like,
like,
it happened multiple times.
I'm pretty sure it happened 2 or 3 times.
That's
yeah
crazy, dude. You see some weird shit out there. I mean, out in the desert when I was a kid, I used to see weird shit. Like my old man like has a story that he's told me forever that they grew up way out there, right? Like way fucking out there. And he says he fucking like woke up one night, dude, and there was like something like vibrating the house, but not like an earthquake. Like something like literally was like it was like a low hum over the whole entire house, like, and it woke the whole fucking family up, dude. And they went outside and looked, and there was something that was as big as 3 football fields, fucking just slowly gliding over it, black, no lights on it. But they said he was like, it was the biggest thing I've ever fucking seen. Like literally like a fucking battleship in the air, and the only thing you could think here was like this low hum, like as it was passing over us, dude. And you're
like it wasn't using the same propulsion.
Not at all. There's no propulsion,
fuel or whatever.
nothing. No, it was just like this frequency that was like woke everyone up. You know what I mean? And you're like, fuck, man. There's some crazy shit out there.
Well, when it's more than one person involved, it gets a lot more
right.
believable.
Yeah. I mean, but it's my family, so who knows? Dude? Who fucking knows, bro?
Your dad also has a cannon. So.
Yes, he does. That's his second cannon. Yeah. There's a really good video of my old man shooting a cannon off on Christmas that I send to Brooke at least once a year every time it pops up, dude. It is so insanely loud. It's also like 9:30 in the morning, dude. He shot it off the 1 year before, and he said he watched his neighbor's Christmas lights fall off the house, dude. That's how fucking loud it was. It just went like the whole string just off the fucking house, dude.
That's probably the hardest I've ever heard you laugh. Not even laugh where you're just more excited.
Oh, I was like pure excited. Yeah, it brings it out of you, dude. You can't do nothing. I still tear up at like monster trucks, bro. Like if I'm watching
a derby. Was
yeah.
That your first, was that your first
no,
derby?
fuck no.
Scheimer's first derby.
No, I think he's
no, it was Monday's first derby.
Monday's
That's what
first,
it was.
yeah. Our friend Scott was there. But yeah, dude, like it makes me emotional. Like when I watch a monster truck do a flip, dude, like I get all teared up. I don't know. I don't know what it is. It's like the raw power and it's pure achievement. You know what I mean?
That should be an Olympic event.
Yeah, fucking should be. Be way better than the shit that we saw, dude. That was fucking wild, bro.
Did you have a favorite monster truck growing up? They're kind of like wrestlers or something,
yeah,
right? Like
yeah. It was Bigfoot
like
for a long
and,
time, and then it was Gravedigger all day, dude.
Yeah.
I mean, all day. There was Noah. Okay. Remember when Gravedigger had tracks on it? Come on. How dare you?
I remember
American, dude. Yeah. No, Gravedigger used to have fucking tracks, dude, like a tank. shit was
that should
awesome.
be like 2 questions for like when people get sworn in as citizens these days. Like,
What's your favorite?
do you remember when Gravedigger had tracks? No.
You're out. You're out, you piece of shit.
Wrong answer.
Totally.
Come back when you've studied.
It's so good. Hold on, let me see if I can find that list, dude. It's in here.
You found it today, and it's already.
It was
up
like
there?
in this box. Shit, I looked through it not too long ago.
Wow. That's a box.
You know what this is, bro? This is a box of every fucking single piece of art my children did.
Oh wow.
This is where it goes, right?
I'm super impressed with Scout's artwork, man.
Yeah, she's doing a good job, dude.
Yeah, that's
She does like a lot of shit digitally,
Okay.
and it's pretty impressive,
Wow.
dude. Like, and it's just like on her fucking phone, dude. Is this it? Oh yeah, dude. So this is our master list for the old scavenger hunt, just to show you guys how fucking crazy this shit was, dude.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it was pages and pages and pages. Here, check it out. So we had
Nice.
all this shit.
This is crisp. Yeah.
Oh, here's our fucking dude. Check out this. These are actual tattoos that you had to get,
And people did.
and people got them, like a lot.
Remember the tattoos of you and Matt?
Yeah, dude. There's like a bunch of chicks with my face tattooed on her leg. Rosie hates it, dude. She fucking hates it. All right, so let's see some pictures. Scarface, draw a scar on your face with a Sharpie.
A lot of puns.
Mm-hmm. Oh, a picture of a hunter standing in front of our old house in Lancaster. Let's see. Chicks for dicks. Picture of hunter holding a sign in Chick-fil-A that says, "I like chicks and dicks. Don't forget to buy something." Yes, remember that was right when Chick-fil-A came out hating gays?
Yeah.
Dude.
Wow. Yeah.
Teeter totter fodder. Video of hunter on teeter totter with partner bail. Oh, okay. With partner bail when the partner is off the ground. They had to bail.
Jump
They
off.
had to jump off the teeter totter when they're in the air. SpongeBob, don't touch me there. Video of a hunter sexually assaulting a starfish or sea anemone with your finger. I'm sorry. Video of you apologizing to your mom or dad on the phone or in person for being a bad child or disappointment now.
Dude. Oh,
This is so good.
I called my mom.
So good.
I called my mom and just immediately went into like, Mom, I gotta go slap my chest. I'm so sorry for being such a shitty son to you and Boa. And she was like, so bummed. Mom mode just kicked in
Just
hard.
like, buddy.
No. I think I hung up on her because we had to get going.
Yeah, totally.
I had to call her
That's
like
a
the
fucking
next
problem.
day.
You don't have to explain anything, dude. Like,
Remember Tim had to call his dad
mm-hmm.
and ask him if he's ever been effed in the A?
Yeah. Dude. Snapper was, I'm loving it. Video of a hunter hanging out in a proper fort underneath a table at a restaurant. Fucking make a fort, dude. Nice, dude.
Yeah, we'll have to. It's been kind of a dream to
Yeah,
make like
man.
a collection of something, make some sort of publish something once it's all wrapped up.
Video of a hunter burning a popsicle cross on a front lawn. Jesus Christ, dude. Me and Rosie are nuts. Oh, video of a hunter biting partner's fingernails, dude.
Yeah, we had to lick eyeballs.
Oh, dude, it was bad, man. So we had these sabotage. You remember the sabotages?
Mm-hmm.
Right? So these were secret things you had to do to your partner without their knowledge.
Yeah.
So you had to slap your partner in the face when they weren't paying attention.
Yeah. I got slapped when I was driving.
Yeah.
I remember that.
Yeah. Slapping food out of your partner's hand, packing, which came up today. Grab your partner's privates. Oh, you got to piss on your partner. Remember that?
Yeah.
Everyone was getting their fucking legs peed on. Dude.
Remember the cutout that you made?
Yeah, we made a cutout. Like there was an old game. What was that game called? The game show. Yeah, it was like it had cutouts of humans like this, and you had to run and jump through them. Me and my friend made one, dude.
But it was like plywood, like it was like particle board or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, people were bleeding all over that.
Oh, it was bad. Yeah, we didn't sand it down at all, dude. Yeah. But judge shit. Tiger nips. Remember that one? You had to get your nipples coated with tiger ball. So this is my favorite. This is one of my favorite things I ever did. The hot scotch. Remember hot scotch?
Dude. Part of the fun of this thing, because it's always at 86, it's always at the house, is you get to see the people who wrote the list show up early and prepare, like get the place ready, but you have no idea what's coming. Mm-hmm. So I remember Rosie out there like drawing the hopscotch thing on the sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then I forgot about it.
Yeah, totally.
And then Seth was like, hopscotch, dude. And I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. And he's like, come on. And he had filled these coffee mugs to the brim, like over, like somehow defying physics with scalding,
so hot, dude.
Piping hot coffee, like coffee, dude. Burning flesh coffee. And you had the hopscotch on.
This one must have been another one. We did a double Dutch coffee cup. We had to do double Dutch coffee. Oh, fuck.
Yeah, I remember bobbing for pine cones.
Oh, God, dude. So bad, man. Yeah, so good. Yeah, we found this list the other day. I was me and Rosie were dying looking at it, dude.
Yeah. Well, hang on to it, because it's probably going to...
Picture of Hunter's hand in the garbage disposal. Other one must have the hand on the switch. Oh, fuck, man. Yeah, it's good times, man. Good times. Yeah, dude. I mean, we got to put together a table, buddy. Or a coffee table.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. There's so much footage, dude.
Well, there's one more, and then
we'll do it together, right? Yeah. All right, man. Well, thanks for coming on the pod. I love you, bud.
I love you more. Thanks so much, dude.
As always, dickheads, rate, subscribe, follow, review, comment, tell your fucking friends about this podcast. Check out the Patreon, patreon.com/getheavypodcast. You can get all these episodes a week early for $1 a month. And check out the merch, Get Heavy Podcast merch, thelocalshop.com/getheavypodcast. I love you. I love you. I love you.
I love you.
All right.
Thanks for having me.
Fuck yeah, man.